Hello, the end of the fourth round, and this time I'm not going to forget to place a magic loop so that I can hide my ends at the end of the next round, at the end of the fifth round. So I'm placing a magic loop in the last chain of the fourth round. So I'm going to do the first 3 sets of the chain and then place the magic loop in the last 2 sets. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 sets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 sets, and I'm going to use a helper again. And I just find it quicker to make the stitches with a helper like this. So now I'm rewrapping to continue my chain. I've got my magic loop, which I'm going to place on top. So it's the same length. I'm actually going to cut the extra here so it doesn't stick out of my shuttle, and I'm going to complete the last 2 Victorian sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It was puckering a little bit, so I'm just going to pull it in a little bit. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4th set and the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Snow my chain. I'm actually going to loosen that one. I'm going to loosen that last stitch a little bit, like that. Now I can remove the helper, and my magic loop is now in place, ready to use at the end of the round. I'm going to start my chain and do the last join, because at the end of this round we're going to cut and hide ends again, because we're starting at a different place on the following round. So making the join here in the starting picot of the round. So I'm just going to move the magic loops out of the way, make sure I don't catch them in the new stitches I'm going to be making. And the 5th round is actually a repeat of the 3rd round. So these 2 rounds here, the 2nd and 3rd, are repeated at the 4th and 5th. So we're doing 3 stitches, 9 picots separated by 2 stitches, and join again where we've joined before on the previous round. So 3 stitches, 9 picots separated by 2 stitches, 1 picot, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 stitch to complete the picot and 2 more stitches to complete the chain, and we join where we joined before. And I'm actually not joining in the picot below, but in the tiny gap between the 2 chains of the previous round. Like this. And repeat all the way around. So 3 stitches, 9 picots separated by 2 stitches, 3 stitches to complete the chain, and join 8 and 9, and join here in between the 2 chains of the previous round. So that's it. Repeat all the way around. I'll see you at the end of this round to complete it. I hope if you're following along with me and working on this, that it's going well. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. In this round, although it doesn't say that in the pattern, I would recommend leaving a little gap in between once you've joined and before you start the next chain. So just a tiny, like this. And that will make it much easier. It'll leave you a bit more of a gap to push your hook through for the join on the next round. So I would say before each chain, just leave a tiny picot so you have a better gap to join into on the next round. Hello, this is the end of the 5th round, and I'm gonna end it by putting a second magic loop in my last chain so I can just pull the ends and complete the round. So 3 stitches, and there's 9 picots, so I'm going to do the first 5 and then put my insert my magic loop. 2, 3, 4, 5, so with the knot away from me, I'm not going to use a helper this time. I'm just going to tat over the magic loop. Start with a picot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Short 6. Another stitch. Seven. Eight. So maybe you can see in comparison with doing it with the magic loop helper, takes a few seconds, I suppose, to set it up and put it through your shuttle, but then I think it's much quicker to do the stitches afterwards. 8 and 9. And 2 more stitches to complete the chain. And I don't enclose the magic loop into the last half stitch, which makes it easier to pull through afterwards. So I'm going to pull it out and fold it out of the way and make the last half stitch not too tight. And the last join. I already have my magic loop from I actually inserted it in the last chain of the previous round, but I could have inserted it, or should have inserted it in the first chain of this round. That would have been just as good, or better, I don't know, it's similar, it doesn't make any difference. Like this. So now I can cut the two ends, do it from the back, and I will do a square knot, left over right, right over left, and now I will use my magic loops to pull one end into each chain. So that's the first one. Yep. Twist it a bit. Like this, and then you can adjust your chain afterwards, because it can deform it a little bit while you pull it through. And the second end into the second magic loop. Open it up, pass your end through, start pulling like this till it's against the stitches and it's held in place. Then open it up, oops, and pull the end through like this. And then we can just cut very close to the work. Let's actually come out on this side. Just adjust the stitches again. So that's the end of the 5th round. And now we'll get started for the 6th. See you in a moment.